Hey everyone, this is Anime7 here with another video. And welcome to my latest review. Or reviews, I should say. Which you'll understand in a minute as soon as I present what I'm about to review. Today's anime, as I promised in the last couple of videos, Psycho-Pass. Now, as I just said, reviews is because this review is essentially going to be about Season 1. I do plan to review Season 2 in case anyone's wondering. I just don't know exactly when this week, but before this week is over, I can guarantee it. Plus, I get to rewatch it, so that's great. But anyway, on the review. Okay, so the basic plot of Psycho-Pass is we have what is known as the civil system in the future, and we have inspectors and enforcers hunting down criminals that are either sent to prison by knocking them out, or eliminating them by basically turning them into a very messy blob of flesh and blood. But yeah, if you see the first episode, you basically get what I'm talking about. And we essentially follow two characters. Our main girl, Akane Tsunemori, who basically tries to determine what her place is in the society, while at the same time understanding what she's come to accept in it. And our main guy, who happens to be my favorite character of the series, Shinya Kogami, who is basically has been solving a particular case involving a criminal that has never been caught, and he wants to try to catch him and technically avenge a friend of his, but at the same time, it's about more than just that. But yeah, that's essentially the basic plot for our characters, and honestly, it's a really good setup in my opinion. Like, it's not perfect by any means, but it is enjoyable. Not to mention the fact that this series was written by the guy himself, Geno Debuchy, who also gave us Monica Magica and Fate Zero, though technically I'd help on them as well, but I digress. Basically, Psycho-Pass is definitely one of my favorite shows. I mean, it's in my top 30. And I hope it continues to be so. But yeah. Anyway, moving on to the characters. Akane, as I said, is our main female protagonist, and you either like or you don't like her. I'm somewhat in the middle when it comes to her, honestly, but overall, she is a really good character, and probably one of the better female leads out there, at least in my opinion. As I've said with Shinya Kogami, he is definitely my favorite character because he is really badass, and his deductive skills are really, really good. And once he has you in his sights, you're either dead or you're fucked, but mostly fucked. And I enjoy him for it. And honestly, I like how down to earth he can be, and I really like how he cares about the law and is willing to make sure it's done right, but not insane wrong. Again, he does have morals. And, of course, we have the villain of the series, Shogo Makishima. Now, similar to what people have said with Johann Lieber from Monster, I'm not going to reveal I'm going to reveal a whole lot with this character, but essentially, similar to Akane, you either agree or disagree with his ideals. And I'm in the middle of this as well, and honestly, in my opinion, Makishima is one of my favorite villains and one of the better written villains out there. And great character overall. The rest of the characters, it's basically the same. You either like or you hate them. I like most of the main cast and some of the supporting cast, but some characters I don't really like all that much. Again, it depends on you. So, overall, some hit and misses here. The character cast is pretty good. Animation-wise, I'm not the biggest fan of Production IG, but they did a pretty damn good job on the animation. It's got some derps here and there, like there's just some CGI that looks sometimes bad, but for the most part it is pretty good. So, animation, good stuff. Music, it essentially has two different pieces of music. Techno and orchestral related music, and a mixture of both. Music is also, in my opinion, pretty good. Openings and endings are really good as well. Second opening is actually my favorite, but like Out of Control, I think that's the name of it. Again, love the song, and the way it's presented is good. So should you go into this sub or dub? I personally prefer to watch Psycho-Pass in dub because, aside from the fact that since this is technically an Udabuchi series, it has a lot of monologues, both outside and inside what the characters think and say. But honestly, I also think the voice acting in the dub just feels better to me. Now, also for anyone who's asking, should you watch this version of Psycho-Pass or the extended version of it? You can essentially go either way into it as far as I'm concerned, though I would personally recommend the series more, though the extended episodes actually have extra scenes that for whatever reason they could not fit into the series, and someone actually took the time to put the new scenes from the extended episodes online on YouTube, so yeah, if you can, just type in Psycho-Pass extended edition scenes and they'll pop up. Basically just find a picture of Makishima's face, and that's basically the one. But yeah, overall, Psycho-Pass is a really good series, like I said, and since it is an Udabuchi series, it has a lot of very heavy dialogue, some philosophical, and they reference quite some interesting stuff. Like they reference stuff like Android's Dream of Electric Sheep, some of the movie. So yeah, stuff like that, and authors like it as well. But I'm pretty certain I said that wrong. But yeah, they have references like that in there. So cool. Now, if I were to rate Psycho-Pass, I would give it I'd give it an 8.6 out of 10. It has some problems in it, yes, but it is still a pretty good series, and I recommend it. Anyway, this has been Anime Wolf 7, and I will see you all next time. But before I actually do end this video, like I said, I do plan to review Season 2 of Psycho-Pass, but I'm not sure when, but I do plan to make it this week. So, yeah. Plus I get to rewatch again, so that's cool. Anyway, like I said, this has been Anime Wolf 7, and I will see you all next time. Peace.